Yeah, I wasn't really planning to do a live stream right now, but this is just too cute to not record this. Yeah, they're khaki Campbell ducks, and they are about a month old. I think of a month and a week, so that'd be 5 months. Their names are Mango, Swerve, Carlos, and Pestilence Goose. That last one is because we were briefly considering naming them after the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, but I couldn't bring myself to call a duck Death, so we ended up. But I still found the idea really funny. So I decided to name one Pestilence, but then after about a week I felt bad calling my child Pestilence. So I added the name Goose, so I usually just call him Goose, but technically his full name is Pestilence Goose. Showing off your wings, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, flexing. Yeah, and Mango was obviously named after mango cheese, and also I just think Mango's a funny name. Swerve was because my brother insisted on naming one Swerve. And Carlos is because I briefly considered naming them after the 4 members of Big Time Rush. But those are all such like really basic names, kind of. So, and I wanted to have fun with the name, so, but I still thought it was funny to name them after Big Time Rush, so I named one Carlos because he was my favorite member of Big Time Rush. As you can see, we have the duck house over there. If y'all want to check it out, I can show you. Duck house, duck house. My dad built it, and I painted it myself. Swerve is on the right. He's a bit of a sinker. He's not very good in water, ironically. But and there we have another side to it. I really like it's a duck house. It's cute. The 4 clouds symbolize the 4 ducks, and I'm that little sun there. And on the other side we have more duckies. Duckies swimming. There's even a secret hatch on top. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. Yeah, it's a secret hatch, which is cool. I really like the design on the top. Very cool stuff. And back here, we have another secret hatch that's also stuck. This part opens. It's stuck. I need 2 hands to open it. But yeah, they're still swimming over there, having a good time. I'm eventually gonna need to get a bigger pool for them because they're gonna be about twice the size that they are right now pretty soon. So eventually gonna need a bigger pool. Until then, they're content with what they have. It's like 80 degrees here, so they're really loving the warm weather. This is the first like really warm day of the year, where I'm at least. Yeah, the decision to buy them was pretty spontaneous. I was at well, first of all, we were at the animal pet supply store, local one, and we saw they had like ducklings for sale, and I was like, oh, those are so cute. And then later we went to my grandma's house to drop off some stuff for her, and there was these like ducks across the creek, like, and she's like, yeah, they're like domestic ducks, they're pet ducks. And I was like, huh. And so I put the 2 ideas together of having seen some ducks for sale, plus my grandma mentioning these people with pet ducks. And I was like, we should get some ducks. And my dad's like, that's a great idea. And so we did. It's very spontaneous. My dad actually used to have his own pet ducks when he was, well, pet duck singular, when he was a kid. he had it for like 2 weeks, but then he was snuggling with it. Like, he went to bed and he was snuggling with it and he accidentally rolled over, and it's not exactly a fun story. But ever since, I think this is kind of like him making up for that incident when he was a child, getting these ducks and helping with them. He built the duck house, like I said. They're very cute. Hey, buddies. They've been in there for a while. I'm impressed with them. They usually don't stay in that long. I actually don't know the boys and the girls yet. Like, I have my suspicions, but at this age it's kind of hard to tell. I actually suspect that they might all be female because of their quacks. Like, I haven't heard any boy quacks. Like, girl quacks are like really clean, like quack, 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 quack. But from what I've heard online, the boy quacks sound like a more, you know, like. Okay, that should be better. Sorry for the lag. I'm outside. Can you hear me? Say something in the chat if you can hear me, y'all. Okay, thank you. Yeah, anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, telling the difference between them. Mango actually is pretty easy to tell apart because she has very lightly colored feathers. But the main way I can tell them apart is with their bills, because they have these there's like a little tip at the end of their bills that's like dark color, but that's actually a different color for each of them. Like Swerve has like a really pink, very pink kind of colored bean at the end of his bill. Carlos has his is almost totally black, and the rest of his bill is very darkly colored also. Mango has a light colored bill and a pretty light colored bean at the end. Not as light as Swerve's bean, but pretty light. And Goose is also kind of like that, but his bean is getting slowly darker. So that's how I tell them apart. It can be a little difficult if they're like moving their heads around a lot to tell them apart, because if they keep moving their heads and moving their bills, I'm like, hey, show me your bills, guys. Or if that's in like the shadows and the lighting's bad and I can't see it. But that's how I tell them apart. How'd you guys like the Connect 4 video? I just posted that really recently. Actually, we filmed that the same day that we filmed the Guess That Movie character video. That was the same day. And after posting the movie character video, I started editing the Connect 4 one, and I actually stopped because I was like, oh, this is kind of boring. I don't think people are gonna like it, so I stopped for about a month and a half. And then a month and a half later, I get back on it. I'm like, hey, let's give it a second try. And it actually ended up coming out pretty funny. It actually came out better than I was expecting. I was like, this is actually kind of entertaining. So I finished it yesterday and I posted it. So yeah, hope you guys found that fun. It's funny because it doesn't seem like it would be a fun video, just us playing Connect 4, but I think our commentary and jokes that we make throughout it are really funny. I can see we're losing viewers right now, so maybe we should get back to talking to the ducks. Talking about the ducks. They're very cute. They're also very high maintenance though. Yesterday was their first night that they spent outside, because normally they stay inside and what we do is they spend the day outside, and then I bring them inside at night and I give them a bath in the bathtub, which I of course disinfect afterwards, which is a bit of a process. But I give them a bath, and after their bath I lay out some towels in the basement and kind of block off the area, so there's a pen there, and I let them run around down there for towel time to warm up by a little heater. It's nice. And they're playing around towel time while I'm cleaning out the bathtub, and then I go down and join them for towel time. It's really cute. They spend a couple hours down there, and then when I go to bed, I I put them in I have like it's a brooder. It's like a bin with like bedding in it. I put them in the brooder with a little heat lamp for them. And I clean up from towel time, which is pretty messy. They poop a lot. I clean up and then I go to bed. But last night was the first night that they spent outside the whole time in the duck house with the pen. The pen is currently upright at the moment, but obviously we put it down for them at night. It's not so much actually to keep them in as to keep other things out, because the ducks won't wander off. They stick to their area and they're very good about that. But it's just to keep out like bears, coyotes, foxes, some other strange animal. I live in rural Pennsylvania, so there's all sorts of things that could kill them, and it scares me. But that's what we do. That's how we do it. They actually follow me when I walk around. Not as much anymore. Like when they were ducklings, they hated being left alone. They if I left them alone, they would freak out. They had this like certain cheep that they would do. It was like a cheep, 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 cheep. It's like a car alarm. That's what they do whenever one of them is split up from the others, or if I left. But recently, they become more confident being left alone, more comfortable being by themselves. They still freak out if you split up one from the group. They're very codependent on each other. But they've become less dependent on their mama duck, which is, it's kind of sad for me. I kind of liked having them be so dependent on me, but that's part of being a mom, I guess. It's part of being a mama duck, is just having a kid, watching your kids grow older and become less dependent on you and become their own people, or ducks as the case may be. I'm sure you guys are all stoked that I named one Mango because you guys get that joke. It's always hard explaining to people why I named one Mango, so I just say like, oh yeah, I just thought Mango sounds like a funny name, but it's up. Sorry about the lag, y'all. Oof. That should be better. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do later on when they get old. Gotta love that lag. Sorry guys. Anyways, like I was saying, I actually not entirely sure what I'm gonna do later, because I go to school in Boston, in the city, Boston, Massachusetts, and I had to come home with the whole COVID-19 situation because my classes went online and my parents didn't feel comfortable leaving me alone in a urban area, because obviously urban areas are hit the hardest. And so I came back home to rural Pennsylvania when the whole outbreak started, and I've been here with my parents ever since. And so it's been nice living with them in a rural area by a creek. It's pretty nice. And during the summer, I'm gonna go off to Rhode Island. Yeah. Going off to Rhode Island to stay with my grandma and work there, because they have a lot more jobs there and there's more money there that you can make from jobs. It really sucks because I was gonna have an internship this summer, but it was canceled because of COVID-19. It was a really good internship. I was going to intern on the Jimmy Fallon show. I know, crazy, right? Late night show with Jimmy Fallon, like that is amazing. I'm going into the film industry, so that's a huge opportunity, but I missed it because like obviously all the late night hosts are doing their shows from home and they're working on a skeleton crew, so no room for interns with something like that. But it's okay, I guess. It really sucks, but at least like if I work a regular job like at an ice cream stand or something, I can still make money. And that money will go to when I move out to LA someday. So it all comes back in the end. It all works out. I actually had a pretty significant moment a few weeks ago. See, last summer I was a production assistant on the pilot for an HBO series called We're Here. And that premiere came out a few weeks ago. It's actually on YouTube. They posted the full first episode that I worked on, that I was the production assistant on. So you can actually go onto YouTube and search "We're Here" episode 1, Gettysburg, and that was the episode I worked on. You can actually see part of my face at one point, like not my whole body, but you could see half my face in one shot briefly. So if you could spot me, congratulations, because I had to go really close to spot me there. I wasn't trying to be seen. You get in trouble if you're caught on camera, but I did catch half my face in there, so that's kind of neat. It was such an amazing experience. It really was. It was a very hectic couple weeks when we were working on that show, but it was the greatest few weeks of my life, honestly. I never felt more alive than when I was working on that. It's really cool, actually. See, at the time I was going to school in Gettysburg, which was where they were filming at, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, because I was going to Gettysburg College, but I recently transferred to Emerson College of Boston. Anyways. So the crew needed to get some B-roll, like generic shots of the town to show in between scenes and to show in the opening. They needed some just generic B-roll shots of the town, and they're like, "Hey, Allison, you've been going to school here for a while. You've lived in this area. You know it really well." So they were like, so what they did was they strapped a camera to the hood of the car, and they were like, "Okay, Allison, drive." And obviously there were 2 cameramen inside who were operating the camera that was on the hood of the car, like remotely controlling it to angle it and stuff. But they were like, "Yeah, take us to the prettiest locations, show us all that good stuff." And so any shot that's like from a car was my doing. And there was also a lot of moments when we were driving around where we would pull over to the side and like just get a shot of like the railroad tracks, of a nice building, of a sunset, whatever. So for most of the B-roll shots, I had a big part in making that happen, which is super cool. It's really, really cool. And I did form a pretty neat relationship with the people on that show. The show had, it starred these 3 drag queens, Eureka O'Hara, Bob the drag queen, and Shangela. And I wasn't that close with Bob. I didn't spend much time with Shangela, but she really liked me. But Eureka and I, we're soulmates. She follows me on Instagram, actually. You can confirm that. My Instagram is at ALLICLOSS, at Aliclos. Yeah, Eureka actually follows me on Instagram, believe it or not, which is wild. We were very close. We experienced a lot of stuff together that I can't really talk too much about the sorts of happenings on the show because I signed a contract, a non-disclosure agreement. But yeah, they're all big name drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race. They're like 3 of the most famous drag queens in the world. And I was working with them, and I was working with a lot of really cool crew members, professional crew members. It was so amazing. And Jimmy Fallon would have been a great experience too, interning on that, but our good friend Corona didn't really want that to happen, so, but there's always next summer. It's always the future. Am I bitter? Yeah, but I think I have a right to be. How did this video start off with just cute video of me and my ducks? And then it just turned into me complaining about my problems with employment and such. I don't even know. But, yeah, that's cool. It's cool stuff. I love working in film. That's what I want to do. I want to move out to LA, and I'm a very ambitious person. I want to make films that have an impact on people. I like to make people smile, My specialty, I really like working in comedy, so I just like to make people laugh, and, the more people, the better, honestly. Yeah. And film can just reach so many people. I'm very ambitious. I'm very, very ambitious. I don't want to be good. I don't want to be great. I want to be the best. I say that to myself every morning. I know it's cheesy, but that's how I look at it, But I don't want to get there I want to get there without having to kick anybody in the knees to get there, if you know what I'm saying. I want to get there my own way without hurting anybody or kicking anybody's knees out to get there. Yeah. It's neato. And as you guys have noticed, obviously, I haven't been posting very much these past 2 years, I think it's been. Yeah, it's been 2 or 3 years. But that doesn't mean I'm not making content still. But a lot of it's just more professional content that that wouldn't really fit in on this YouTube channel, you know? Like if I'm making a highlights video from a concert at college, that's for the college to put out. Like, I get hired to make videos for people, so those videos don't end up ultimately being mine. So just because I'm not posting as much anymore doesn't mean that I'm not still making videos. I'm still making a lot of videos, but it's just not for YouTube. It's for professional projects and for my personal portfolio and such. And such. And like, it's weird because I like putting out videos on YouTube because I love hearing you guys' feedback. I love making you guys happy. But at the same time that I spend making videos for YouTube is time that I'm not spending working on videos that could, actually further my career. So ultimately, YouTube is just kind of a side thing, a hobby, while other videos that I do professionally are more of exactly that, professional stuff. It's neat though. It's really neat. Actually, I worked on a short film recently and we're submitting it to a couple film festivals. I can't post it online because that's one of the rules with film festivals. You can't have them be public online. So I actually did work on one. It was something that I co-wrote, that I directed. I was the cinematographer on it and I edited it myself. Like, I was very involved in it. I didn't really like the premise of it though. It was a project I was working on with a bunch of people and they're like, let's do a short film about this guy who is his first year of college and he has a girlfriend who lives far away and he's like debating over whether or not he should dump her so that he can be free to do his own thing. And I was like, that sounds kind of like not exactly the funnest premise, Like, it sounded kind of generic and also, I wouldn't say sexist, but I'd say like borderline sexist, the idea that having a girl means that you don't have a social life now. And I'm like, that's not the girl's fault, that's this guy's fault for not being able to manage his relationship, And like in the end, he ends up dumping his girlfriend and, because in the short film, like, he doesn't hang out with his friends anymore. He doesn't really do anything socially because he's busy with his girlfriend who's far away. And I'm like, I didn't really like that. But I was working with the group and that was what they wanted. So I rolled with it. So I think the video came out pretty okay, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the plot or the kind of ideas and themes behind it, but I still think it came out alright. I actually have a little cameo in it. You never actually see the girlfriend. You hear her voice on the phone, but that's it. And I was actually the voice of the girlfriend. So that's neat. But I wanted to work behind the camera. It's nice being in front of the camera, but I'm a bit of a control freak, honestly. I have visions, and I want to be able, it's hard to make those visions a reality when you're in front of the camera and not behind the camera. So that's what I like to do. I want to see if I can get a little closer up to the ducks. They're very skittish, because especially when they're outside, because they're afraid that I'm gonna pick them up and bring them like back inside. I'm like, not that they don't like that, but like they don't like being in their brooder. But like I said, today is the first really warm day, and last night was the first really warm night, so during the nighttime I had to bring them inside because it was too cold and they don't have all of their adult feathers in yet. So I had to bring them inside overnight because it's too cold for them. So when they're outside, they get skittish when people approach because they think they're going to be brought inside. And they're like, we like it outside. There's grass. Everything is food. We're constantly surrounded by food. We love this. So they're very skittish outside. Very cute. Peyton was actually over here yesterday visiting the ducks, saying hi to the ducks. Is this live stream working? Can you see what's going on? Some people are saying in the chat that like it's frozen. Are we good? Let's see. Let's see about this. Okay, now are we good? We good now? Okay. Huzzah! Sorry, I didn't realize it was black screen for a while. Hopefully it wasn't for too long. I didn't even know until like just now. Sorry about that. Yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying before? Oh yeah, Peyton was here. Yeah, she was here yesterday, and the last time she saw the ducks, they were about half the size they are now, and she was like, "Oh my God, they're huge! What happened? Ah!" Like not in a bad way, but like, "Oh my God, your babies are growing up." And then we watched the final arc of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it was awesome. We had a great time with that. She actually had never watched the show before. I'd been watching the show since I was a little kid, but we had a really good time with that. Birthday wishes, because I'm probably heading up to Rhode Island in a few weeks, so she'd be able to be around for my birthday, which is June 15th, fun fact. Fun fact. Peyton actually gets really disturbed by how like waterproof they are, how like they could be like covered in water and the water just slips right off of them. Like they look so fluffy, but the water just slips. It's funny like that. Their heads and necks get wet though, and that's because like their bodies don't absorb water because their feathers on their bodies don't absorb water. It doesn't weigh them down as much. So it helps them to float better. But their heads and necks, they need to be able to stick their heads down so they can fish and such. So it makes sense if their heads and neck aren't as waterproof. That way they're not as water resistant, so they can stick their heads down there and go fishing around. Yeah, like that guy just did. Exactly like that, buddies. Thanks. Can I get a little closer to you guys, buddies? Or are you gonna make a fuss? There we are. Look at that. Look how cute you are. Look how cute. But yeah, since we are live, I can answer some questions if you guys want to send some in. If you guys send in some questions, I can answer some. That's the nice thing about being live. As long as you don't pull a PewDiePie and, you know, drop like the N-word randomly. Live streams are great. Unlike PewDiePie, I would never. So, be safe here. Ooh, somebody's getting out of the pool. Ooh, somebody's asking about mango cheese and hermerter. It's funny, we actually started filming that years ago, but we stopped because Payne and Joey kind of fell out of it. I'm not going to force them to make something that they don't want to make. So, we just kind of stopped. We still have the script though, and we filmed a solid chunk of it. But you know, sometimes it'd be like that. I could potentially like release what we did film. That's not a bad idea. I could do that. Maybe that's my next project. And yeah, I did hear, as you guys are saying in the chat, I did hear about the Percy Jackson Disney Plus series. I tweeted that out as soon as I saw it, like an hour after Rick posted it on Twitter. I immediately tweeted back out like, the sun is shining, the day is saved, my skin is clear, my crops are thriving. I think I have high hopes for it. Especially since Rick's gonna be like really involved in the project. Rick and Becky. Like, good for her, bro. I'm so happy about that. I'm really excited. Although, I've been on record, I think, saying that I always thought that it should be an animated series. Because when you make the monsters look all realistic, if you have scary looking monsters, then like you can't make it as child friendly, but and so they end up aging up the protagonist and making the story more for like a teen audience. But if you make it animated, those scary monsters are suddenly goofy looking, like funny cartoon monsters. So that it better fits the tone, and then you can have like your young protagonist and your more, I wouldn't say juvenile, but more family friendly, less teen oriented story. So I think it works out a lot better if you do it animated. I think it'd fit so much better tonally. But if Rick thinks he wants it, Rick thinks it's gonna be best live action, I'll take a live action series run by Rick over nothing, like over what we got right now. So I'll take it. I will take it. Local news at Penn Live. We good? Was lagging for a sec, but are we good now? Okay. What was I saying? That's like the 5th time I've said, what was I saying? Okay, we're back. Yep. For the 3rd time trying to say it, yeah, Penn Live did a story on me and my ducks. So check that out if you guys want to sometime. Yee. Any other questions or comments you guys have? I love hearing you guys' feedback. It really makes my day. Really butters my egg roll. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Hey, what are you up to?
I'm actually live streaming with my duckies. Like, this is live on YouTube right now.
Hi.
Aw. They say nice things about me in the comments.
Aww.
It's nice with these live things because, like, you can see the comments coming in live.
Oh, yeah?
Obviously, that was a very redundant statement.
Yeah, the live stream is live.
You can see things live, but there's also a good bit of lag sometimes, so that's annoying. But yeah, like, I was just sitting here watching them play in the pool, and I was like, this is so cute. Let's live stream this.
Aww.
Yeah. What do you think about the ducks, Dad?
Come here, guys. They don't listen.
They don't listen?
They don't listen. Come here, guys. Cheep, cheep.
Everyone in the comments is saying hi to you.
Hi. I'm looking for it. I'm gonna look at your live stream live from here.
Yeah, on top, it pulled up, you know, so we can check on it.
Live streaming on YouTube?
Yep. Oh, somebody jumped in. Need some help finding it?
Yep.
That's on Facebook.
No. Is that what you're on?
Not on Facebook. No. I've never done Facebook Live because like Facebook is like, to be honest, it's mostly like parents, you know, who use it. It's not really.
Like me?
Yeah, like you. Did you find it?
I got it. Hold on. That's right now.
Yeah.
Lots of people calling me.
Oh yeah.
There's like a 30-second delay or a 15-second delay.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah, I just started filming the ducks and talking about life and, you know, well, I was telling them about.
Duck. Get it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Little one?
Ooh, somebody just commented, do dad jokes part 2, please.
Oh boy.
Isn't this it? This is dad jokes part 2.
That's part two. Okay. So the joke is I'm on Facebook trying to find a live stream.
A YouTube live stream.
I guess I should like cover up my legs and make it like a.
Hey, I guess you could say the joke is on you.
Nah.
It's okay.
Okay.
I had a crowd, so you weren't getting a spread eagle.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I had to kind of like do my little tuck down, tuck under.
Dad. What did you think about the dad jokes video?
I think you set me up.
You knew what you were getting into. You read the script.
You took the worst possible outtakes of each of the clips and then spliced them together.
Yeah, I did. Hey, Mom, we're live.
Hey.
You sure?
No, I just turned off my phone. Is everybody still swimming? Finally got it.
They finally, yeah. For a while, they were like just staring at the pool, like, what is that? This is scary. I don't know this thing. But you see like the clear white one over there? That's what they've been using for a while to swim in. So we just put it right next to there, and they jumped in and eventually figured out that there's a not much larger, but a notably larger.
And a round pool that they can swim around in.
Yeah.
Go in circles.
That's helpful, definitely, that they can like go around like that. So they can all be in there at once without feeling cramped. Yeah, Izzy over there, the dog, she's a bit naughty sometimes. Sometimes she just likes to run at them and charge them and scare them. Or sometimes she'll just like creep around them, like just, yeah, she's stalking them, and that's not nice. It makes them nervous and scared. She's checking out their water. Izzy! Izzy! Ooh, whispering about secrets, are we?
About dinner tomorrow.
About-
Tomorrow for my dad's birthday.
Mm.
Of course I'm talking about dinner.
Yeah. It's Izzy. Izzy's cute. She's a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. It's a mouthful.
I put the computer away.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit down inside.
Still working.
Still working.
Oh, somebody almost. Oh.
I've actually seen them like, they'll do a running start and then they'll like be flapping their wings and they'll like get off the ground for a moment, you know, like for a second.
I think they definitely like this pool better.
Yeah.
They have more space.
And people are asking on here about where we got them, and yeah, we originally were gonna get them from Knisley's because we were inspired when we saw the baby ducks for sale at Knisley's, but then it was Easter weekend. It was Friday. No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday for Easter weekend, and we went.
They were sold out of ducks.
Well, no, we went there, but they were closed for Easter. They were closed for Easter weekend, so we went to Tractor Supply instead because, of course, they're still open on Easter weekend. So yeah.
I'm trying to find the link on Pen Live to send Grandma.
Ah,
I don't know.
I know they also posted it on Instagram because seeing all the other things.
Izzy's going.
I can help you with that after the live stream.
Okay.
She should come over and check out the ducks in their little pool from a safe social distance. You're scaring the children. Good girl. Izzy, can you look here? Hi, baby. You're a good girl. She responds better to "you're a good girl" than to her actual name. You're a good girl, Izzy. Who's a good girl? You're a good girl. That's right, you are. This is such a wholesome shot of like Izzy being adorable and the duckaroonies back there also being adorable. Yeah, so some people in the chat are asking about school. I actually finished my classes. How long was that? A week or two?
About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Time is an illusion at this moment. Yeah, I finished about a week ago. Definitely was not putting in nearly as much effort online. It's definitely I got 4 A's and a B. So A, B. I had 4 classes I was taking. But I was only, honestly, I was putting in B level effort, but somehow I still got almost entirely straight A's. So that's nice. Remind me of this meme I saw last night. It was like when that's funny. My parents were here and there was no lag. Ah. Okay, are we back? I think we're good. I'm almost tempted to ask my parents to come back because there was no lag when they were here. Oh, Mom. It's funny. It was lagging when you guys weren't here, and then when you came, the lag stopped, and then when you left, the lag came back, and now you came back and it stopped. Coincidence? They're here, it doesn't lag.
I have to call my dog.
What do you think about the ducks?
They're cute.
You like them. You're like, oh, they're cute, I guess. No, you love the duckies.
I did. I gave them a swimming pool this morning because they looked like they were hot.
Yeah, you put out the white plastic one, and then I saw them out there and I was like, they're so cute, we need a bigger one. So I ran out to the dollar store and got that blue one. Well, and then I put them in it.
They love it.
And then,
look at this.
they're so cute.
And they spent their first night outside.
Yes, they did.
All by themselves.
All by themselves. It's so funny watching them in the bathtub, though. Like, they are funny.
Yeah, but this is just as much space.
A little less, I'd say. But I like that it's circular so they can go around. It feels like more. They're not very smart. So my phone has about 10% battery left, and we've been live streaming for 50 minutes. That's 50, like 50. So I think at that 1 hour mark, I'm gonna call it quits. So we got 10 more minutes out here. Okay. Oh, I've seen them climb out.
No, I mean, they just want to stay.
Oh, yeah. Do you think?
Who wouldn't want to?
Who? That's right. Izzy.
I think they need a bigger pool, though.
They do, because someday they'll be twice the size that they are now. It was funny, Peyton was here yesterday and she's like, they're twice as big as they were last time I saw them. And I'm like, and next time you see them, they'll be twice as big then. Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you, Mom, but like, I've been like contemplating doing a video just called Taking a Bath with My 4 Ducks. Like, I'd be in a swimsuit, of course, and I take a real shower afterwards because that's disgusting because they poop and pee all over it.
Grandma wanted you to bring the ducks to her house for the creek swimming.
Ooh, the Wi-Fi is lagging again. Maybe Dad's the key. I don't know. It's lagging. Oh no. Wi-Fi, come to me. Okay, we back. Yeah, like, I really want to do a video just called Taking a Bath with My 4 Ducks, and like I said, of course I'd be in a swimsuit, and like that sounds like such a funny idea, and such a funny title. It'd be safer, but that wouldn't get as many views. Swimming in the creek with my ducks,
I think
no
if you
views.
swam in the bathtub with them, they would be scared and freak out and lay down.
No, I don't think so. I think they would be nervous at first, but then they would like chill.
I think that would be a fun video to make.
Yeah, exactly. See, you agree.
That could be interesting.
Like if you're browsing around on YouTube and you see a video called Swimming in the Creek with My Ducks, you're like, okay, fine, but like whatever. But then you see a video called Taking a Bath with My Ducks.
Oh yeah.
Like, you would click on that. That's way more clickable, even though it's absolutely disgusting.
It is disgusting.
As soon as they touch water, they poop, they pee, they're nasty. But I mean, I could take a bath right afterwards, like a real, like, move into Alex's shower, take a shower, and then go back to my bathtub and clean that out with disinfectant and all that. Do you think I would die if I took a bath with my ducks? With a swimsuit on. Gotta clarify that.
I would wear some extra protective gear.
With a wetsuit, like a surfer's wetsuit.
I think we have one.
Yeah. Dude, I should do it like that. Okay.
I don't think we have. No, I gave it to somebody else. We might have a short suit, not a long.
Yeah. I want to wear Alex's.
They're gone.
Dang. Eventually. I think he's just nibbling on the, yeah. Yeah, the neat thing about these live streams is that you could see the comments come in live, which is neat. It's funny, people in the chat, yeah, for grandma. A video live, watching behind the scenes here. Oh, that is pretty cool, I'll admit. Do you think something like taking a bath with my ducks would be better as like a live stream or like an edited video?
I think you might need an edited video because who knows what could happen during that.
Yeah. It's like
You could do preparation, like before, you know, you can make it into a whole.
that would go on Pornhub.
I just mean I'm going to.
That's for the. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. For the record, I am kidding. I'm joking. Some people don't know the difference. A Pornhub account? Alice has an OnlyFans account? Yeah, the nice thing about like live streams are cool because you get the full thing, you know, but at the same time an edited video has better rewatchability because like you get all the highlights, you know, all the best of stuff, you know. Yeah, the people in the chat are agreeing. They're like, yeah, most people don't rewatch live streams because the nice thing about live stream is that you're there live and like, you know, I'm like reading the chats as they're being sent out, you know. Like there's like a 20-second lag between when I'm filming and when they see it, but I still do see like their messages live, so that's nice, but people don't rewatch a live stream because, you know, why? Yeah, also, as people know, live streams are normally extremely long. Because, like, this is almost an hour long so far. And, like, would people really want to watch an hour of, like, taking about the ducks? Or they'd probably rather see, like, a 10 minutes highlights.
I'm going to send this to Aunt Linda.
She needs to be cheered up.
I'm going to say fun day with ducks.
Let me get a higher angle. We might lose the Wi-Fi connection, start lagging it. Ooh, that's nasty water. You guys have nasty that up so quick. In only a mere hour, it's like yellow-green. Ooh, somebody said, hello, I am literally one of your biggest fans. Can I please get a shout out? Aw. He gets a shout out. Or she. He or she. They. I don't know. Not freaky out, but like talking about like how everybody in the group chat seems to have a name that starts with an A, and I'm like, what?
To see himself on Facebook 5 years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, we're back. Now the people who don't have A names are feeling left out. It's okay. Izzy does not have an A name, right? And none of the ducks have A names. That's something. That's something. Oh, the sun's coming out. Sun's out, guns out. Okay, so we're about to hit the 1 hour mark.
Out of the red zone?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm looking. I'm getting the news.
Mom, do you have anything, last things you want to say to the live stream before we sign off? Lag, 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 lag. Lag, lag, lag. Sorry about that, guys. My phone. I'm sorry. Well, on that note, thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you all. Okay, bye.